Yo, what's going on, everybody? We got an emergency situation going on here. It's not really an emergency. I'm joking around. But so Asmongold made this $2 pizza. I haven't reacted to that yet, but I will. I've already seen the video, but it still might make for a good reaction because I have some shit to say about it. But this guy recreated his $2 pizza, and I guess let's just see how that goes. All right, I like this guy's stuff. I've seen him a few times. But enough fluff. Let's get into it, and don't forget to subscribe.
Saga continues. So I was at the grocery store the other day, and I'm walking through the frozen food section, and it literally jumped out at me. Like, it was like, boom! Now,
Ooh.
this is the wrong kind, I found out because I posted a picture. Did you know that there's more than one kind of party? I sure didn't. This triple meat, that's not the one that he went with. He went with the party pizza pepperoni.
Yeah, he went with the pepperoni because he wanted you to put more pepperonis on it.
So, I had to go back to Walmart and get it $1.97 a piece. So, he's right on, $2. Now, I got the oregano, I got the Hormel pepperoni.
Dude, your oregano's expensive. What the?
And I got the Kraft mozzarella. So here we go. Let's make his
this
pizza.
Is gonna be good.
Now,
I
just
already
like
know
the steak video, I'm gonna make it exactly like he did, and then I'm going to make my own low-cost pizza, which is a homemade
I'm here
pizza.
for it.
Now, I know what you're saying. There's no way he would ever do this and make his own dough, but I promise you, especially if you're a gamer,
He might. It's content. It's free content. I guarantee he does. I might even start making some food on stream because I cook for myself constantly, and I might turn it into content.
Really
we'll see what happens.
Enjoy my method of making pizza dough, and you don't have to wait for it to rise in the fridge for 12 to 24 hours.
I just don't know how to edit videos.
You can just throw it right in your pan, in your oven, and cook it immediately as soon as it's ready. So make sure you tune in for the rest of the video after I make his pizza.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be here.
I went over to my grandma's house and I asked her, can I borrow
I don't even have one of these.
You make the ribs in. The old school roaster. So I put it in the wheelbarrow. I didn't have it in the wheelbarrow, but I did, and you can see that we actually use our
The only thing that I have that's close to this is like I have a air fryer oven
for gardening
combo
and such. Yeah, it's a pretty dirty wheelbarrow. There's no clothes in there, but there's dirt. So close up.
Oh, dude, I realized what he did.
There we go.
Is there gonna be spider webs?
We're gonna make both pepperoni party
There's
pizza
gonna be cobwebs in it
and the triple meat, because I'm actually curious what the meat to cheese to bread ratio is on both. But we're gonna start with his, and we're gonna load them up both the same.
Load them up.
All right, now
that looks pretty good already.
Judging by the picture,
not enough cheese though.
Disappointed. And I can see why he would add his own pepperoni and cheese, because let's do that again.
That's pathetic.
Where are
That's
they?
pathetic.
I see not that many.
Also, this is $2. I remember when you could buy the Tostinos, or the Tony's pizzas for $1, and they were big. They were big.
That's why we had a $5 bag of pepperoni. Yes, $5.59 for this whole bag. Now you don't use the whole thing, so it's not gonna add to the price that much. But on first,
now they're like $2.50. Inflation hurts my soul.
No, he hates cheese people.
That's good.
So let's make sure that we don't put too much cheese. I am a cheese person.
I love cheese.
And I bet if we met that we'd probably get along. That's just my guess. There we go. That looks like...
You don't have to like every single thing. That's what I hate about today. Like, everyone's like, you have to like exactly what I like or you're a piece of shit. But you can get along with anyone. You find common ground. It's easy. If they're not a Neanderthal.
Of cheese for a non-cheese person. I would have gone quadruple probably. Because if I were a piece of cheese, I would eat myself. Hopefully there's no gray pepperonis in there. Let's bomb this city. We bombed this city. I really love pepperoni. I was just on vacation.
Those
we
are
had this
big
conversation about pepperoni pizza.
Those are
Nobody
some big
wants
pepperonis.
Just a pepperoni pizza. At least this was the discussion.
Wait, I do. I love pepperoni pizza. It's my favorite.
at the beach. So nobody wants just a pepperoni pizza, but everybody orders just a pepperoni pizza because everyone thinks that everyone will eat just a pepperoni pizza. I'm not sure where the conversation ended, but that's pretty much it right there. All right,
that's a weird conversation.
That is a masterpiece. If
I mean, it looks
I
good.
say so myself.
He
Let's
bombed
turn
the whole
this
city.
oven on the oven to 400. Okay, oh, I gotta plug it in. I had to move the oven onto the countertop because the cord is on this side and the plug is over there, and I couldn't, the plug's
Why
not
not
long enough.
450?
So, there we
I
go.
cook every
Plugged in.
pizza at 450.
Should we discuss the cobwebs? I'm not gonna put cobwebs on mine because this daddy ain't gonna eat any cobwebs, no matter how good they taste. Now, this may affect the final product, seeing as how I'm putting tinfoil on the bottom, because this is my grandma's. And if you got a grandma and she's a big cooker, like an Italian one like mine, and I were to get burnt pizza crust on the bottom of this, you know what my fate.
Another Italian in Pennsylvania. I love
You've
it.
never seen me again.
Let's
so
go.
I'm putting foil on the bottom, but he cooks it for an hour, so it's gonna be fine. All right, we've got one pizza in. All right. There's even less meat on this.
Of course there is. It says 3 meat, but you get less.
Now this one also has sausage,
Always.
Canadian-style bacon. Ooh, we talked about that. Ground pork and pepperoni, seasoned pork, chicken, and beef pizza. We're
Yeah,
going
but there's
to
a
add
lot
our
less.
oregano.
Chicken, why the fuck did they
Kraft
ruin it?
mozzarella. That's good. I have a tendency
Chicken
to
has
overdo it,
no
so I gotta
place
stop
on
myself
pizza,
right
in my
there.
opinion. But hey, if that's what you
pepperoni
like.
in the oven.
Pineapple, I have to.
And
Pineapple
look at
also.
that.
You grab
Ooh,
that
that's
pizza.
hot. Wow.
Oh
We've got
yeah,
2
it's an oven that
pizzas
you turned
in
on.
our oven top oven. Let's close the lid for an hour. What you're gonna need for this no rise pizza dough is 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. You can use bread flour also. 2 1/4 teaspoons of instant yeast, which usually equates to about 1 package
not doing
of this
this.
kind of stuff. Okay, you just want
I'm
like
Italian
1
and
package,
I
just
don't
toss
feel
it
like
in there,
doing
but
this.
measure it if you want to. You want a teaspoon of sugar and a teaspoon of salt. 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil.
That's a lot of work. I'm
3/4
lazy.
cup of warm water, about 110
The people at the store already did it for me. I'm lazy. I ain't doing this.
degrees. If you don't have a gooseneck kettle or anything fancy like that, don't worry. Just run your warm water under your finger. You don't want it to burn your finger, okay? That's way too hot. You just want it to basically feel like you don't feel any heat at all or any cold at all. Okay, now we're gonna take all those dry ingredients, take a whisk or a fork or a spoon, I don't care what it is, or use your mixer if you want, and just mix it all up. And while you're mixing it, start to think about all the game developers that have done you wrong in the past. Just start building up that Modern Warfare style anger. Just mix away and let your anger build, okay? Because we're gonna use that anger pretty quickly here. After you've got your dry ingredients mixed up fairly well, you just want to basically create
You just want to
like
murder
a
it,
little well
all right?
in the middle, okay?
You just
And now
want
you're
to
gonna take
fucking
your
lose your
olive oil,
shit. You just
put
want
it
to
right in the center,
fucking
and then you're gonna take 3/4
take your
of a cup
fucking
of
day
warm
out on
water
this dough.
and mix that in there. I'd recommend like a spatula like this one.
You had a bad day at
Just
work.
mix it, and we just want to make like a shaggy dough. Once all this stuff is incorporated, then we're going to let
Your boss
all
called
of
you
our
a piece of
anger
shit, and you're not happy
you may
about
have
it.
to dig in there with your hands. No big deal. Your hands are clean. We know this. Ooh, it's nice and warm. See, that's satisfying. See, you'll find when you start doing this that this is actually more satisfying than you think. If you need to add more wet, I actually think we may need to add a little bit more.
The process of it might be satisfying, but now I have to wash all that extra stuff.
Or warm water. A little touch of olive oil.
When
again,
like
and just
all I have to wash when I make a pizza from like the store is the cookie sheet that I put the pizza on top of to put in the oven. That's it. That's the only thing I have to cook, and maybe a pizza cutter, but that's simple. You're making all this mess, and then you're gonna throw this dough on the counter, and then I have to wipe down the counter. Get out of here!
a dab of
I'm the
water.
laziest
A
Italian.
little bit goes a long way at this point. Oh yeah, that's looking better. The anger is building. Really starting to get angry at Bungie at this point. That's looking pretty good. Now we're gonna take a little bit of flour.
I mean, that's
plop it on that flour.
everyone should be angry at
Get
Bungie.
mad. Let out that anger.
They sold
You
Halo.
just want to fold and press in and fold. Activision, Bungie, give me every ounce of silver back that I wholeheartedly and willingly gave to you with my hard-earned money and just was able to participate in your fashion show. Yep. Oh, this is starting to feel good. You gotta give this a try. Woo! Subscribe for the anger. It's starting to really soften up. Now, we don't want to make our dough too hard, and I think that is good, okay? One more smack for Bungie for good measure. Okay, there we go. All right, there's our dough.
Yeah, get 'em.
Okay, now this is a cast iron pan. We're gonna take about a tablespoon of olive oil and we're gonna put it in our cast iron pan.
Why are we using a cast iron pan?
What we want to make here is kind of like a Detroit style pizza, where
why are you using so much oil?
Pizza, but the olive oil will creep up the sides and underneath the dough and make like a fried dough underneath. Okay?
Oh, a pan pizza like at Pizza Hut.
Okay. Spread that oil around. We're just going to use our knuckles and just form our pizza into here. Let that crust creep up the side. Now, like I said, this isn't a fancy pizza. We're not using a rolling pin. We're not throwing our dough up in the air and spinning around all fancy like.
Okay. I kind of like this
smashing
actually.
Dough into a cast iron
If
pan.
I were to make a pizza, I would make
like
this
a deep
one.
Dish sitch here. Okay, now just take a towel and
I know
cover it
I
up
just sat here and
just let it
said
sit
that I
there
was
for
too
10
lazy.
minutes. Now, in the meantime,
But I used to work in a
the
pizza shop, and that is how you make a pan
It's
pizza.
been 25 minutes.
Essentially.
Okay, it's cooking away. We got a lot of steam. Okay, now I'm gonna cook my pizza on my grill. So I'm using a pellet grill that I can just set to 450 degrees. But if you're gonna use your oven, just set it to 450 degrees. Let it preheat for these 10 minutes while our dough rests. I'm using a grill because it's my pizza and I love grilled pizza. Now this dough, you should also know, is not a high
I don't have a grill.
style dough.
I live in an apartment. I live in an apartment where you can't have a grill. You can't have anything on the outside. It sucks here, but yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I got an oven
like my Wildfire grill, or like an Uni or a Ghazni or one of those things that cooks at like 700, 800, maybe even 1,000 degrees, like the Wildfire does. This is not the dough for that kind of pizza. This kind of dough will just burn right up because of the amount of olive oil that's in it. Okay, it's been 10 minutes.
Oil burns.
There's our dough. Time to add our toppings. Now, this is a local brand to where I live, Stanganelli's. You can probably buy it online. I like their Sicilian sauce for my pizzas.
Looks good. Looks like a good sauce so far.
3 spoonfuls. We'll add more.
I also buy the local kind of Italian pizza sauce. I don't know what that Sicilian sauce is, but I get like D Telly's or something like that. It's a local brand as well.
Don't forget, we've got our olive oil in there too.
So I know. Support your local.
Soggy bottom here. Now I'm going to use the same mozzarella in the middle, and if you have watched many of my videos, you know that I'm a double cheese kind of guy. Like, anytime I order a pizza, I order it with double cheese. No different here. Now we're gonna take Jack cheese. Now Jack is much lower moisture, and we're going to stuff it on top of this crust here.
And do what now?
Load that around, piled on top of that crust.
That sounds great, actually.
It cooks,
I don't know why I just questioned you. That sounds great. That sounds delicious.
The olive oil is going to sneak up the side of the pan.
In fact, put holes in the crust and just shove that fucking cheese in there.
We're going to get a slightly charred up fried cheese crusty crust.
That's sick.
Just a dab of Italian seasoning. Now I like it above the cheese because I like the visual of those particles of yum on my pizza. Just like him, we want total coverage of pepperoni.
You do, yeah, you do want to.
That hole.
You don't want any holes.
And we're just gonna drizzle it right over the edge. Just
okay, yeah, I know why. I know why.
There we go. Here we go. Oh God.
It's like
okay. I mean,
all right,
honestly,
it looks,
after an hour,
it looks
I expected
correct.
it to be totally and utterly charred up. That is not. So maybe
it's a little more done than the one he did.
Oven being that it's more for like a slow cooker oven, even though it's at 400 degrees. Yeah. Let's pull it out and cut it up.
It's a little more burnt than the Asmongold was.
There we go. This is the pepperoni. This is the triple meat. I'm gonna let these cool for just a minute, and then we'll use this without slicing any internal organs on our torso. While his pizza's cooling, let's put ours on the grill.
I remember that.
We're gonna close that damper. There we are. Beautiful.
Man, his pizza's gonna be so good.
For 15 minutes. Ooh. There it is.
Maybe I'll make his pizza.
$2 pizza. Little trick.
I have some pre-made pizza crust that I can throw together. Maybe I'll try that.
When you're cutting your pizza, start from the center so you don't destroy that beautiful
You get a lot more out of it. That was some thick crust.
caramelized crust. Oh yeah, that is nice and crunchy. There we go. 4 equal
Looks good,
pieces
though.
of pepperoni. Okay, bottoms up. It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
It's cooked.
It's a little on the chewy side, but whether it's genius or an accident, cooking in that other oven in the roaster may be the best way to do a pizza like this. I don't know. You tell me in the comments. You might be onto something here, and I'm gonna have to explore
Asmon might be onto something.
more into
Laziness is innovation. I do it all the time.
the science of the roaster with pizzas, maybe with some other foods too.
Whatever way to get it cooked the most efficiently.
Not bad at all. Let's try this
without
other pizza.
having to work as hard. I like it.
Also, not bad. Even this like warty looking burnt part, let's give that a taste.
That's one of the best parts of the pizza. What are you talking about?
I'm a believer, people. You know when you get homemade lasagna and you get the burnt part of the noodle on the corners? If you know, you know. Kind of reminded me of that. $4. I mean, that's pretty much what he has into this pizza. I wonder what the longest period of time that he ever cooked one in and when he forgot it is. Let's see how this baby's doing. It's been about 15 to 16 minutes, somewhere around there.
That's an expensive grill.
Look at that. You can see our crust has really risen up. Now, if I would have used a larger pan, I probably would have gotten a little bit more even distribution of my crusty crust. But let's check and see how.
Looks good, though.
We've got a ways to go on our crust. So
Yeah,
let's
it
give
looks like it needs to cook.
10 minutes.
It's raw dough. You don't want to eat that.
Gorgeous. See the fried cheese along the side. Okay. Take 2 spatulas, 1 on each side.
This looks good.
And carefully lift it right out of the pan. I would have liked it a little crispier, but that's okay. Now, another thing I'd like to do is just take a little bit of garlic powder, or you can use garlic salt if you like. A light, and by light, I mean really light, dusting of garlic powder up top. We're gonna let it rest, just like we would a steak. Put the microphone right up to this. Hear that? Start in the middle so you don't ruin your crust.
Yeah, it looks like a Pizza Hut pan pizza that actually would taste good.
Oh my God, the smell of this is so good. Okay, there we are. Roughly around $6.50 to $7 in total ingredients. Which
Really?
piece do I want? My God. All right, look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hey, remember how I was talking about those particles of yum? I like to see that.
That looks like a Sicilian pizza.
Okay, let's try the fried cheese crust side.
Probably delicious.
It's just another level of pizza. Not that his was bad.
I might try this.
Obviously it wasn't. I was quite impressed with it. That's easy. That's an easy, cheap, homemade pizza. I did end up cooking the pizza 10 minutes longer than I anticipated. Depending on your pan, depending on your oven, you know, depending on the dough that you make, like if you might add some different ingredients or whatnot, you might want to adjust your time and temperature from there. But I wouldn't go above 450. 450 was perfect, it seems.
450?
That he cooked.
He's right. 450 is the best pizza. 450 is the best temperature to cook pizza at.
Cooks his pizza for an hour in his roaster. I cook mine under an hour, make mine and cook mine in under an hour. So, food for thought. I don't know. Give it a try. Do you want me to come to Austin and cook for the whole OTK crew? Wouldn't that be fun? I'm rambling. What did I think? It's
that
great.
Would be a
what else
good video.
I don't know. I'm sweating. I can tell you that. It's hot. Probably hotter in Austin. That's it. Let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comments.
No, it's hot in Pennsylvania right now. It's literally like 90 degrees out.
As always, I appreciate you. Thanks for watching.
All right, guys. Like the video if you liked it. Go follow this guy. I'll leave his video down in the description. This was a fun video. I might make his pizza. Subscribe to him. And I hope you guys have a great day.